Hello and welcome everyone to this Warcraft replay. This is going to be game 2 of this WC3 here from the Faith Cup. This is going to be between Foggy and EleGaNt. We are going to invert the colors here as Foggy is now donning the red and his opponent EleGaNt will be donning the blue. Night Elf versus Night Elf here on the map Ancient Isles. Game 1 did go over to Foggy with a pretty fortunate turn of events, honestly. He managed to actually defend his base pretty well. Despite losing a couple of moonwells here and there, EleGaNt just couldn't finish the job, and yeah, it kind of hurt him in the counterattack from Foggy. As surprisingly enough, EleGaNt chose to go really early tier 3 without even finishing the Hunter's Hole. That might have been his mistake, as by the time Foggy actually got a bunch of mercenaries as his main army, he just he had no opposition from EleGaNt. So, I mean, EleGaNt was doing Druid of Claw master training by the time he was being attacked by Foggy, but he had no bears. He didn't even have any dryads out either, so huge mistake from EleGaNt, I believe. And yeah, that did cost him game 1. Here on game 2, however, I doubt the same thing is going to happen again. I mean, would EleGaNt ever go for a risk like that in this series? It's kind of demoralizing to lose despite having a fairly good opening in game 1 and then just botching it later on. So he might just be playing it safe, and yeah, we'll see if that is going to be the case. Demon Hunter for both sides, they are starting at the same location as well. EleGaNt camp at the corner will be dropping the standard items here. Standard being +3 attribute items, Ring of Protection +2, Claws of Attack, and I think Cloak of Shadows is on that loot table as well. I can't remember if Cloak is actually the same category as that. Ring is going to be the drop item for Foggy, and EleGaNt will be picking up the Gloves of Haste, something I forgot actually. Yeah, the gloves is the final item of it. Oh no, there's also the circlet. Okay. So there are a bunch of items actually that could be dropped from the EleGaNt. Or was it the warrior that drops the item? Regardless, they are just a shy away from level 2. This Wisp could possibly give level 2 for Foggy, or for EleGaNt, but Foggy will go ahead and detonate that right before the killing blow. Green Creep Camp is being cleared out. EleGaNt is going to choose to go for it by the Demon Hunter alone. It will be a little slow, but the Archer is going to pull the Red Drake camp here, and the Wisp will be able to pick up a mercenary for himself. It is going to be the Shadow Priest. Similar things should be happening for Foggy as well. It is always nice to get an early healer out, especially for just a race that is pretty vulnerable in the early minutes, because they just go to tier 2 so quickly and they don't really train that many archers. So yeah, getting healer out and possibly a berserker is just a standard thing that Night Elf player does. I believe 3 is the magical number for archers, and then they stop production until they get their Ancient of Laws, basically. So, circlet boots for the Demon Hunter of Foggy. EleGaNt gets himself boots. The circlet was probably purchased from the Goblin Merchant. That is probably my guess. I mean, it didn't seem like Foggy went for an extra camp that dropped that particular item, so my only guess is that he did buy it. Archers are going to submit themselves to the shadows. Laboratory will be used to just reveal those invisible archers there, and they will pretty much live as long as possible until the Demon Hunter gets back. And now the counterattack should begin. Wisp is going to get killed off rather than detonated. EleGaNt does have a Shadow Priest, but it is being focused down so quickly that it might not be able to survive. Will be killed off there, but Foggy did actually receive quite a bit of damage on his own Demon Hunter there. So we might either have the Demon Hunter running away, or a TP scroll will be burnt. Another reveal will be used to show the low hit point archer, and that should be an easy kill there. No, actually she gets out of the radius of the detection, so she should be safe for quite some time. Unless the another reveal comes in, which should not be the case. That does cost a bit of gold, and it has a fairly reasonable length of cooldown there. So 2 archers gets killed off for Foggy's side. A rather disastrous start for our red player, and this archer is very at risk of getting killed off as well. Laboratory for EleGaNt's side, and that will reveal the 3rd and final archer of Foggy's team. So big disaster did occur for Foggy, and he might actually lose himself a Demon Hunter, but he will go for the TP scroll. Really unfortunate timing there. The Demon Hunter did choose to continue chase after hiring the Naga Sea Witch, and pretty much Foggy just leashed this Null Overseer camp for his opponent, and that is definitely not a good thing. +2 ring protection will be picked up. Not a fantastic item, but of course it's always just an extra bit of gold taken away from your opponent, and more importantly the experience was given over. So yeah, I mean he lost so much there. It's kind of hard to actually come back from this actually. Foggy was very close in actually killing that Overseer back, but it is kind of risky to stay around. Keeper of the Grove does get picked up as the 2nd hero for Foggy. Kind of shows a bit of desperation here. I'm not sure if Hunter Soul will mean double Ancient Laws or double Ancient of Wars. It is going to be the double Ancient of Laws, however tier 3 is underway, and we should be starting Dryad production and eventually transition over to those Druids of Claws. EleGaNt should be the same as well. Yep, it seems like nothing is really different here. Of course, Ancient of Law number 2 was slightly delayed for EleGaNt's side, but it shouldn't matter too much. The amount of experience he got on his Demon Hunter compared to his opponent is kind of a big deal, and Keeper of Grove is kind of out of mana, so he can't really stay, or he can't really afford to stay unless he has the Perseverance Staff on hand. Goldmine would be the next target for Foggy. I'm not sure if he's going to go for an expansion this game. He is pretty behind, so it would be ill-advised. Do have a couple of bears being trained up right now for Foggy. Tree of Eternity is nearly completed as well. I have no idea if Advent Training is actually completed or not, but getting a couple of bears out soon is always a good choice. Keeper of Grove is getting chased down by the Demon Hunter there. Root to Speed will be dropped over and transferred to the Keeper of the Grove, so nice transfer there from Foggy. He will be able to outrun the Demon Hunter despite both having the Boots of Speed. I think they're similar move speed. It's very hard to actually tell if one has higher movement speed or not, so I'm gonna assume that the Keeper has more movement speed, so I'm not sure if that's entirely true, but it did seem like it. And the bears will be able to regen the 2 heroes back up with their rejuvenation. EleGaNt wants to probably pursue for more, or he's just gonna go for the Troll Berserker. Not Troll Berserker, Troll Warlord camp.
A player's forces
Seems like he's gonna attack the base. Let's see how much he can actually get out of this. He is going after a couple of easy wisps for now, but the Moonwells should be the next target. Army supply is 39 for Foggy and 41 for EleGaNt, so slight advantage for our Blue Night Elf player here. Foggy might lose himself a Moonwell, which might be a little disastrous, but bring over additional Wisp could actually save it, but no. A little too late there, and 1 Moonwell does fall. Sadly, that Moonwell did have quite a bit of mana to be used, so it does seem like a little wasteful there. And things are not looking good for Foggy. He is going to bring out a bunch of Wisps to try and keep this Moonwell alive, but EleGaNt's Demon Hunter is getting focused down quite a bit, as well as Foggy's. Thankfully, both sides do have access to their rejuvenates, it is just up to the Dryads whether or not they will abolish magic first. EleGaNt is going to be the one to TP scroll back home, however, as his Demon Hunter was pretty much at risk of getting killed off, so yeah, will not risk relying on the Rejuvenate there for EleGaNt, as a couple of Dryads were still alive. Curious Ancient of War here for EleGaNt. I'm not sure if this was built or just walked over here, but yeah, that will preoccupy a couple of seconds of Foggy's time. And EleGaNt is going to clear out this Goblin Merchant camp here. We'll be able to pick up the Wand of Illusion, so 3 charges of illusions. Could be useful, could be not. It could just be used to absorb the mana of those Dryads. It could just be detonated by those Wisps, who knows. Level 3 on the Foggy's Demon Hunter, able to pick up the Encore Reincarnation from the Troll Warlord. And the Zeppelin will be used to pretty much taxi those units back home. Sadly, they are kind of low health, so whether or not Foggy can actually afford to defend this is kind of questionable. And it seems like the bears were used as the illusions, so yeah, it is kind of hard to determine whether or not they are real. They will be abolished and detonated away. Not before the Keeper did spend some mana to entangle one of them, so that was kind of bad on his part. But yeah, not looking good for Foggy. Despite having equal supply, he can't really afford to engage this. His heroes and units are so low health, and the Moonwells are pretty much dried up. It is now starting to be nighttime, so it is kind of risky for EleGaNt to actually stay, since he has no way of actually healing his units back up, but Ancient Protectors are being built, and we are going to start this huge fight here. EleGaNt is going to use a very early Invulnerability Potion. Foggy is going to try his best to save his units with the Zeppelin, but even the Zeppelin is at risk of being killed off here, so risky stuff. But there's absolutely no way to actually push EleGaNt away from this fight, and those Protectors are very much going to be the ending factor of this game, as the first one is near completion. The second one will pretty much seal the deal, most likely. Foggy is going to lose himself the Hunter's Hall. He has plenty of resources, but he is supply blocked, which is just, there's no way to actually come back from this. He can't even hire up mercenaries if he wanted. His Ancient of Laws can't really do anything. If anything, they should just uproot and try and defend their best, but that is not going to be the case. More Moonwells are going to be dropping for Foggy, and EleGaNt seems like he has the pretty much has the win here, possibly, if he actually doesn't lose too much. He is going to lose 2 bears so far, but I don't think that is going to be enough. Oh, actually that was an Ancient of Wonders, my bad. I thought that was a second Ancient Protector, but yeah, that one Ancient Protector was not enough, and it seems like Foggy might be able to push this back. His units are still pretty low health, and his Moonwells have just started to regen their mana. EleGaNt, I mean, he's not full retreating, so he does show that he has slight confidence in actually finishing this game. Demon Hunter vs Demon Hunter there, the health pot was used to get back his health, and another mana burn onto, I think that was a bear? No, that was the Demon Hunter. Oh, wow. The Demon Hunter actually got killed off by a mana burn before he got picked up by the Zeppelins, so that was extremely unfortunate for Foggy's part there. That's strange. I did not see the Demon Hunter get killed, so yeah, I've never seen that actually happen before. Foggy is gonna lose, or was gonna lose the Zeppelin, but the Preservation Staff was used to save it as soon as possible there. A little unlucky with his Demon Hunter, and I really don't know how he can actually come back from this. If he actually waits long enough for his Demon Hunter to come back, I mean, even if he does manage to fend this off, he's so behind right now that it's impossible to actually come back from this. Entangle on the Demon Hunter to try and keep him in place there, but it's not going to last long enough. Foggy is going to lose himself his Altar of Elders, so he's going to be forced to revive his Demon Root back at the tavern. It's going to cost quite a bit, and his Demon Root is not going to be 100%, but honestly, it's desperation at this point. 3 Moonwells left, 2 Ancient of Laws. We have a couple of bears still trying to heal up as well, but 43 versus 50, this is a population disadvantage for Foggy right now. Zeppelin does get taken down, so there's no way of being able to micro them any further. Demon Hunter is back up, but he's trying his best to do this, but with such low health and no mana, it's kind of hard to actually survive. And the Demon Hunter, oh, very close. Naga Sea Witch is going to get the killing blow there. Keeper of the Grove is being chased by the Demon Hunter of EleGaNt, and that is most likely going to be GG. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. The score is now 1-all, so we're going to go to a third game. Yeah, just really bad early game for Foggy. He lost too many archers for pretty much no gain, and that did kind of set him back quite a bit. So, yep, we'll see how it goes in game 3.